it. We're live. We're good to go. We're ready to go. It's awesome.
Oh, yes, you did it right. Good job. Very good job.
I can't mess everything up every single time.
No, I agree.
So everybody tuning in right now, this is the first ever Field of 68 Best Bets live podcast. We're going to be here for the next 15 minutes breaking down all of Wednesday's college basketball games. And who better to get that information than the man with the donut, the man stuck in quarantine life right now, the one and only Jeff Goodman, live from Bubbleville. What's going on, Jeff? I'm glad to see that you are not at the casinos, not at the blackjack table right now.
No, but I'm going to pull for Chicago State when they get going.
There you go.
Little home field apparel right here.
Yeah, I got my home field apparel on too. Yep. Everybody go to homefieldapparel.com and buy yourself some gear. Use the promo code Field of 68 to get yourself 20% off. Help support the podcast. Help us support a brand that we really like. And in all honesty, I love the guys that run that company. I love the company itself. What they do is they go out and they find all of the old logos of your favorite schools and they turn them into awesome t-shirts like this. So go support the brand. Anyways, Jeff, all right.
In the chat, somebody's calling me a square, not a sharp. What's up with that?
You are. I mean, you definitely have the vibe of a square, but nobody else has better information when it comes to who is actually going to be playing and who may or may not have the coronavirus right now. So let's start things off. Jeff, before we'll get into some of your picks, but the biggest game of the day tomorrow, I think, is probably got to be UCLA at San Diego State. So let's talk a little bit about that before we go on to anywhere else.
So listen, here's the deal. Both of those, obviously, San Diego State lost a ton. Malachi Flynn, Yanni Wetzel, they lost a bunch. They're not going to be what they were last year. They're playing in San Diego, number one. Not a home court advantage like it normally is at the Viejas Center, but still a home court advantage in the familiarity with the setup, with the court. You got to understand, too, UCLA was not able to practice for the early part of the summer. Okay, they're the better team. Most people have UCLA in the top 25-ish. San Diego State, to me, didn't make my preseason top 50. They're a fringe top 50 team. I think UCLA is the better team. They have more coming back. But again, the question is, how much time did they miss early in the summer? You've got to factor that in right now with teams coming out of the gate. I'm still going to go with the Bruins, but this one, I wouldn't touch it.
So the line right now, according to the sports book that I'm not going to name because they haven't paid us to name them yet, is UCLA -3.5 on the road, and I just can't get behind small favorites on the road. Like that's one of the things that I don't do is bet small favorites on the road. So I do like San Diego State here. If you're going to take San Diego State +3.5, you might as well get the extra juice +143 and take the money line. And to me, that makes a little bit of sense because you're asking Johnny Juzang, and the reason I like UCLA so much, Johnny Juzang and Jaime Jaquez, I never get his name right. But those two guys, you're expecting them to take a step forward. First game of the year on the road, never easy to do. I think that Matt Mitchell will be able to guard Chris Smith. So I do kind of like San Diego State in this spot. But it's tough because it's the first game of the season, but I think I do lean towards San Diego State in this situation, even though I am all over UCLA in the long term this year.
All right, I'm going to stay out west. Let me stay out west for one of my favorite picks. I got about 10 of them. All right, but I'm going to start. We'll go out west. Oregon State over Cal. Favored by just 2 points at home in Corvallis. Cal, another team that barely practiced this entire offseason. They literally didn't get in their gym until about a month ago. Oregon State, again, they're similar teams. Maybe Cal has a little bit more talent, but again, I'm going to factor in the fact that they had much more practice time, where Cal was, trying to figure all those California schools. They were behind, Rob. Bottom line, they're behind all the other Pac-12 schools and really most of the schools around the country. So I really like Oregon State on this one, and they're healthy.
Yeah, I don't want to bet a game in the two worst teams in the Pac-12. I have absolutely no interest in betting a game in the two worst teams in the Pac-12.
All
right. If it comes down to it, I might have to do it. If I got to chase and find a way to get a win late night, hey, I'm never opposed to a little degenning down at the end of the night. But okay, another one of the games that I like. I'm going to stick in California. I'm going to go with Pacific -6.5.
Like it.
Against Riverside. Damon Stoudemire, one of the most underrated coaches in the country.
They're
UC Riverside.
Too.
Yeah, they're healthy, and UC Riverside has gone through a coaching change. We don't know what's going on with their facilities.
You know what I do know? Here's how the info you get on Best Bets. Breaking right here, Mike Magpie, the new head coach for Riverside, will not be coaching Riverside because he is flying home right now from Sacramento for the birth of his first child as we speak. Literally got there to Sacramento or wherever he flew into and just flew back home. So they will not have their head coach. Damon Stoudemire's team is healthy. I'm with you on that one. I like Pacific a lot. Andrew Filipkowski says URI +8 against Arizona State. I'm here at Mohegan Sun, and Andrew. I'm not taking the points there. I'm laying the points, and I like it a lot. URI with all these new players, transfers. I'm not bought into the Rams at all, but I am bought into Arizona State. They've got veterans. They've got one of the best point guards in the country, and Remy Martin. He's got a ton of weapons around him. So I think tomorrow night here at Mohegan Sun, I would lay the points with the Sun Devils.
Yeah, if there's one thing that you're going to do with Arizona State, it's bet them early in the year because we all know that fade's coming once January comes around.
Wow.
At the end of the day, hey, look, no matter how good they are, we just know at the end of the day, Arizona State's going to be in the playing game because that's what they do. That's what they do. All right, I got another one for you that I really like. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Indiana -21.5 at home against Tennessee Tech, assuming this game actually happens. And look, I don't know if it would be the best idea to actually play this game, considering that Tennessee Tech's head coach has COVID-19.
And he's struggling. Prayers out to John Pelfrey.
Man, I don't even like. I feel
players. I think some players have.
I was told they're missing 2 starters and their 6th man is not going to be there. So
take the Hoosiers.
The head coach. So here's the thing. When I was texting with some people about this, this is the text that I got back. Take Indiana. They're playing a team that's going to be missing 2 starters in their 6th man with a guy running the head coach or a guy running the team that was terrible as a JUCO head coach. So take that for what you will. That was the text that I got.
Maybe my favorite pick of the day tomorrow. Little Rock -12 against Prairie View. Darrell Walker's got a team that honestly they're going to be a tournament team. They were great last year. They won the league, picked first in the Sun Belt. Everybody back for the most part against a team in the SWAC in Prairie View that probably is picked somewhere towards the middle or towards the top maybe 3-5 in the league. But I love Little Rock. I love what Darrell Walker's doing. Laying 12 there, absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got a question from John Roser in the chat about Memphis -7 against St. Mary's. How do you feel about that? Because I've kind of gone back and forth on this game, thinking about it. On the one hand, I really, really like this Memphis team, kind of like long term.
Yeah.
I said it all last year. The best thing about the recruiting class that Penny brought in was all of these freshmen that were going to be 2 or 3 year guys laying the foundation for a program. So Boogie Ellis and Damian Barr and Lester Quinones and DJ Jeffries being guys that could end up developing into really solid players. They got Musa Cisse to kind of anchor in the middle. They got Alex Lomax to run the point. I like Memphis in the long term, but asking them to travel first game of the year, going up against a team in St. Mary's that's really well coached, that can really execute, that's always going to be old. Randy Bennett, I don't know. That's a tough spot. I would tend to lean towards Memphis, but I'm curious what you think on that situation.
Yeah, I'm with you. Listen, Randy Bennett's an elite level coach, but ultimately he's got a brand new team. Last time he did this with a brand new team, they were terrific. The Gales overachieved. They were unbelievable. Everybody thought they were going to take a step back. But I remember seeing them a couple of years ago. They were bad early. They were really bad early. I saw them in Vegas, and I'm afraid they're going to come out of the gate slow again, where Memphis has – while they don't have Precious Achiuwa back, they've got almost everybody else back. And, they add a really, really good shooter and the kid who transferred from Virginia Tech, Landers
Nolly.
Yeah. Penny said he told me this. He thinks Landers Nolly is one of the best shooters in the country. So if they add that to a team that kind of needs that. And I think Boogie Ellis is going to be better. So, I'm with you. I'm going to lay the 7 there.
Yeah, I think so too. And I mean, St. Mary's, they lost, Jordan Ford's gone, and their entire offense last year was kind of like, all right, let's give the ball to Jordan Ford and let him rock. So I think you got to go with Memphis in that spot. I also kind of like the over there, just because I don't think that that St. Mary's is going to be able to slow down the pace the way that they want to against Memphis. So we'll see. But I think that Memphis is the side that you want to be on in that situation. All right, a couple more, then we're going to get out of here. This again,
I got a bunch more.
All right, fire them off. Let's go. Hit me with them.
I'm going to go through them quick. All right, just roll through them. Love Austin P. Giving 6.5 to Omaha down in Naples, Florida. Terry Taylor, Jordan Adams, 2 of the best players in the OVC. They're terrific. I go there. Purdue, given 9 and some change to Liberty. Liberty lost their entire team.
Love betting against Liberty. Nothing I like more than betting against Liberty.
Why? Why do you hate Liberty?
Because I get to root against Liberty.
You just hate Liberty because
the university. The university.
Come on, you don't have to hate him as much now. Jerry's gone. You cannot hate him. All right, a couple more quick ones, but I think I hit most of them. Iowa, giving 25 to an NC Central team that just got out of quarantine the other day, 3 days ago. They're going to 14 days of doing nothing. They're going to come out of quarantine and play.
Now you got Luka Garza.
Good luck. Friggin' luck to you. So I might lay 50 if I had to lay 50 because I'm telling you, I think Iowa's going to beat the living shit out of them. Last couple quick, Kansas State laying 5.5 against Drake. I know they're like the worst team in the Big 12, but Drake's not any good either. So I like Kansas State there. Again, only laying 5.5. What else we got? Another team coming out of the quarantine. Southeastern Louisiana just got out of it, picked down the bottom of their league. They're getting 9.5 against IPFW. Lay the points, baby. I'm going against those teams that are playing right out of most teams are taking a little bit of time coming out of the quarantine and not playing right away. The 2 that are Southeastern Louisiana, NC Central, those are 2 to me that you go against. McNeese State, another one that I don't love. They've been down in Louisiana. They haven't been able to practice all off season. They're getting 15 at Nebraska. I'll take the Fighting Fred Hoibergs there.
All right, awesome. Anyways, guys, we are going to be doing this every morning at 9 a.m. This was kind of a test run, a trial one, to make sure that we could figure out the tech. And it took, if you were here with us at the beginning, it took us a little while to figure it out. But we will be back with you again, 9 a.m. Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, Friday morning, next week, the week after that, every single day. And Goodman will have a different donut every day with him.